Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? My name is Kyle, you know me as Dragonmar, and welcome to a new video. Today guys, we're going to be going over solo executes for every single bomb site in Valorant using just Astra's abilities. Been working on this on the test servers for you guys, so hopefully once you jump into your games on March 2nd with Astra, you'll be able to use her to her full potential. She is insane, by the way. With that being said, if you guys enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. I would also appreciate if you guys check out the old TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, links down below. And with that being said, let's begin the video. Alright guys, so as we jump in, I want to make some quick notes just so everybody understands how Astra works. I think a lot of people are going to get confused about this. Astra has 4 abilities that she can use: Gravity Well, Nova Pulse, Nebula, and Dissipate. She also has an Astral Form and a Cosmic Divide. The Astral Form is just simply this view, being able to place stars, okay? Really important everyone understands this. This isn't an ult, this is just her astral view. This is how you use her abilities. The only ability that you don't need to place a star for is her ultimate. When you're in your Astral Form, you'll just use right click, you'll get your little ult thingy up, and then you can kind of drag around left click to kind of decide where you want to place it. Pretty cool. So, with that out of the way, I'm going to recall all my stars. I want to show you guys the execute here. Reminder, that is what Dissipate looks like. You guys are going to have to remember that. It is a very important ability. Do not let it overshadow. You're not just recalling a star. You're actually doing something very important. We'll get into that. It's really useful for execute. So, looking at B-Site Ascent, this is where we're starting our journey with Astra today. B-Site Ascent execute. This site is plagued with killjoys and some pretty pesky setups from sentinels like Cypher as well. So, reminder, if you guys don't know, there are 2 circles, as you can see when you're in Astra form. There's 2 circles. The inner circle is her smoke, okay? We have to remember that. Her smoke is her E. So watch this. When I pressed my E, see how that kind of perfectly covers that? Actually, in all honesty, we kind of want this out a little bit more. Just remember, her smokes are not that large. Of course, we're also going to smoke off CT. This is a given. These are standard smokes. You're always going to see these on executes, but this is where we get a little bit crazy. Watch this. If you're playing against a killjoy, throw a star right here, and you'll see why. Turrets. Killjoys love putting their turrets up here, but you don't have to waste a smoke for it, and I'll show you in a second. Then we've got 2 other abilities. So again, really important you understand the abilities. We have Gravity Well and Nova Pulse. Gravity Well is your pull. It is a suck. It is awesome. It is super strong. We're going to use this to displace defenders, make them uncomfortable, make them get out of their positions, and we're going to use Nova Pulse for the same thing. So on a site like B, typically you're going to see people here. It is completely up to you if you want to use your Nova Pulse here or your Gravity Well, or both. I personally am only going to be using one in my games, and I'm going to try to pull them out so I can see these players. So I'm going to place it back a little bit. Then we have our sort of our site areas. I'm probably going to be placing my what's it called, my Nova Pulse on top of this box like this. So this is my execute. This is a 5-star execute, and I'll show you in a second. I'll actually take off infinite abilities just so everyone can see this going live. Ready? This is what I'm going to do. Smoke, smoke. You've got good smokes. No one's going to see them. Now the turret, the pesky turret, right? Boom. I'm going to dissipate, and I'm going to get out as quickly as I can because it only lasts about a second. After that, as soon as I'm about to dissipate, I already want to have my pull going. This will suck them out. I should be able to see them if someone's sitting there and they're getting caught. As I come around the corner, I'm going to hit Q. I'm going to stun. Boom. Just like that. And I've executed on the site. I'm going to show that one more time. For the rest of these, I'm going to be moving a bit faster. But I just want to make sure everyone understands these abilities because it's really important you know what you're doing. Once again, looking at the inner circle. Again, the inner circle. If I'm playing a killjoy, I want this there. I'm going to try to pull people out, and I'm going to get those pesky players on top of this box right here. Ready? So we're going to do this full speed.
Concealment, blocking vision, pulling them in, recovering it, concussing them.
Just like that. And of course, you're going to pay attention to sight as well, but that is the B execute. Alright guys, we're going to the A site execute. I have been working on this for a while, trying to figure out the best options. There's just so much you can do with Astra, but I'm going to show you what I've come up with. So, we're obviously going to go for a tree smoke. The smokes are the easy part, let's be real. I'm also going to smoke up top heaven. You don't have to smoke this if you don't want to. Just make sure your team knows where your smokes are going. Then, I'm going to use a dissipate on top of this box once we enter site, just in case someone's hiding here. People love sitting here. Now, The final part, this caused me a big headache here, is where are we going to use Gravity Well and Nova Pulse? So this is what I've come up with. I want Generator to be safe. I don't want them to be able to be in Generator. So we do not want them to be in this corner. What am I going to do? Well, I was originally thinking Gravity Well, but actually what I'm going to start with is I'm going to put a Nova Pulse. I'm going to put it about right here. This is my cue. This is going to concuss this player regardless, which is great. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a Gravity Well a little bit over here to the right. I'm going to try to also pull people from underneath as well if possible, and if someone's behind this box. So we're going to just place it right about here. And this is our execute. Okay, we got all 5 stars down. We're using a Dissipate up there. We've got smokes. We've got our Nova Pulse, and then we got Gravity Well. This Nova Pulse has to go off first. You have to get this guy out of here to the right, and you're going to pull right after. Watch this. Ready? This is the execute. Smoke. Smoke.
Obscuring vision.
We're getting ready to run in. Okay, we're gonna run in now.
Pulling them in. Recovering it.
And just like that, your players who are coming in late, so this would be your Astra. Like, your Astra is not entering. I'm kind of focusing as an entry right now. So timing everything is going to be a little bit difficult in this video. But as you saw how that worked, the Nova Pulse went. This guy's obviously going to run out of it straight into your pull. He's going to get stuck in there. He's going to get vulnerable. He's going to get stunned, or he's going to get shot by your teammates. It's going to be beautiful. And then obviously you got the little one-way up there, just in case the guy's playing up there. You know, you might be able to see under it, get a nice little shot into him without him seeing you. So that is the execute. You still have to worry about up here. Still have to worry about over here. Obviously, the back of dice here, and then underneath, which is all pretty standard stuff. You most likely are worrying about that anyways. All right, guys, so many possibilities. Again, a lot of these possibilities come from Dissipate and come from obviously the Gravity Well and the Nova Pulse. These smokes, again, are always gonna be straightforward as we move into A site here on Split. Now, this is where you get it. You can choose what you want to do. Personally, I've been doing this smoke here. The reason I do this smoke is that I'm fine with giving up elbow. This is such a tough spot to play in. I will give up elbow because this means that I can cover screens and the elbow peak with one smoke. I love that. So this is what I've been doing. I make sure my teammates understand what this smoke is, okay? A lot of people in my chat are like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that smoke? Because it covers 2 angles at once. As long as my teammates know, I'm fine with it. Then obviously we've got our smoke up here in heaven. This is a crucial smoke. You can decide if you want to place it out here like this. You give them the opportunity to kind of get through, maybe drop down easier. Totally up to you. For this video, I'm just gonna place it here. I could care less which one you do, honestly. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. That's what I meant to say. Okay, smokes are simple for Split. Now, the first Dissipate option is this one. What you're gonna do here is that as you guys get to this corner, you're gonna Dissipate. You're gonna block that off, give you a little bit more cover. Obviously, your smokes are gonna be popped by this point. Just gives you a little cover. So that's one Dissipate option. But regardless of that, we've got a ton of options for our stars here for Gravity Well and Nova Pulse. Now, this is a super common spot. This box is a super common spot. Up top here in the corner is a super common spot. Remember, you never want your stars in those spots. You always want to be pulling people away from them. What we could do is something like this, something like this. And what this is going to do is, what we're going to do is we can either pull here or here. Personally, I want to pull this guy. I don't like this. I'm going to pull him. I'm going to explode him, right? This way, either way, if someone's up there or someone's down here in this corner, you are good. This is the spot I find people getting killed in the most, which is why I would blow 2 stars here to secure this position if you don't have any extra help. And remember, we're just doing solo execute, so we're assuming you're doing all of this on your own with no mollies, no nades, no nothing like that. So that's why I would double star there. So your execute is going to look something like this. Remember, we don't ever want to put things in the corners. We always want to be pulling. We want that radius as wide as possible. And I'm going to throw the Dissipate up here. So we're looking like this. Obviously, always smoke first, right? You don't want to be pressing these buttons because there is that little delay. We're going to Dissipate. Blow that guy up. Pull that guy. Check. Clear. And then we enter site. The only spot we have to worry about now is this box. You could blow one of these there if you want to. You don't have to. But realistically, what you're looking at is this is clear. And then you focus on sight and you just have this one box to worry about. And all of your vision can go to sight. You got guys coming in late. Whoa, sorry. And we're going to be, have your teammates watching heaven for you. You've got elbow covered. You've got screen covered. You're looking good. And I will just quickly show one more option just because I think this stuff is so cool. Again, smoke there. I'm going for a double there. Screen's elbow. I'm going to blow the hell out of these guys. Blow them up. Excuse me. Yikes. And then here. This is a super common spot. People love playing here. It's pretty safe. And the elbow guy might push it here. So what can we do? We don't have any abilities left, right? I'm still doing the same setup. Watch this. Ready? Smoke, smoke, pull, blow up. Doesn't matter which order. And then turn the corner, dissipate, right? Now we clear box. We can clear this corner. And we got a round here without this person being able to see us. Take a look at this from this guy's point of view. He's just chilling, right? He's like, okay, there's a star in front of me. I don't know what that's going to be. He's chilling. He's chilling. Dissipate. Okay. Okay. He can see now. And guess what? We're already over here. This dude's got no chance. Boom. Peek him. He's dead, right? And that's your execute for A. All right, guys, as we move over to the B site now, I want to make sure everybody understands how to do this smoke. You are never smoking down here. You're always smoking up here, okay? We want this smoke to be just about here. It kind of lines up with that. You see that we're in a smoke? I'm going to use a dissipate here just so everyone can see. We get it back really quick. Boom. Perfect. Completely blocked. That's what you want. Ow. That's what you want your smokes to be every time. Whether it's Brim, Omen, doesn't matter. Okay. Here is your B execute. So, personally, once again, we're doing this solo. We don't have a sage wall. We're doing this solo, okay? Remember, boom, smoke. Same exact smoke I just told you guys about. Same exact smoke. Ooh, I'm kind of flying. And we're going to put it right about there. So those are our smokes. Nice and simple. Now, what do we want to do? Okay, this is where you kind of can pick and choose how you want to use your gravity well and your Nova Pulse. Personally, I find that this spot here is the most common spot for a defender to be. So I want to pull the hell out of this guy. I don't want him to get to this corner. I'm going to place a pull right there. Now, where do I want to try to stun somebody? Do I want to stun back here? I don't know. I actually think that this guy is going to run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my stun a little bit behind him. And then finally, this is where it gets fun. Dissipate. Okay, we're going to dissipate this star. So check this out. We got smoke.
Obscuring vision.
We're going to start entering in. Then we're going to use our gravity well. So ready? Gravity well, explode, dissipate, and we're going to check. Then we're going to clear, and boom, we're in sight. Just like that. So again, I'll run that back one more time. So I didn't really do that at full speed. Remember, Astra is not your entry. So it's kind of hard to get all the button presses as you're trying to enter and clear. I would never do that if I didn't have to. And we're just doing that for the sake of the video right now. So once again, using that big wide ring, we don't want anyone to get to this corner. So we want to make sure we're pulling from that corner. Just like that. Then we're going to use the inner circle right here, okay? This is what we're looking at. So we're going to smoke. Going to be running in, pull, explode, dissipate, just like that. Okay? Just like that every time. Then we clear back sight. All right, we're good. And boom, we're in sight. We're planting. We're winning games. We're winning rounds. You're never losing an attack round again. All right, guys, we moved over to A side on bind, and honestly, the possibilities here are endless. There's just so many things you can do to execute this site. So first things first, how do you want to smoke here? You can either smoke like this, but honestly, I might actually lean towards this smoke, just because I really want to reinforce the fact that I don't want people to peek me from heaven when we're coming in short. And then just have my shower players understand that someone can get on this side of the ledge. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to smoke like this, which is not the best smoke. You can choose how you want to smoke up there. Regardless, you want that doorway smoke. That's all that really matters. Then I'm coming here. I'm actually going to place a star right here. This is going to be one of my smokes. Then I'm going to place another star right. I'm actually going to go with this star. Yeah, I'm going to go right here for my shower players. And then this is where it gets fun. So we've got to figure out what we want to do with gradual Nova Pulse. This execute is going to focus on establishing U-Haul control. So unfortunately, with how wide this area is and how much, area there is, you can't really get a good combo going without someone potentially escaping. And what's really important to understand is you do not want anyone to be able to stand here and have the angle on your short push. You want this totally clear. So what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to be placing a gravity well like this, and then another star right here, and this star is going to be our Nova Pulse. The idea here is that this gravity well covers this corner, so nobody can stand here. If they do, they're vulnerable. This is essentially a Brim ult, by the way. I mean, this literally is a Brim ult without the damage. What are you going to do? Are you going to run out here like this and die? Are you going to run back into a Nova Pulse and get stunned? This is insane. So what you actually do, you gravity well first, then you Nova Pulse, and you're going to hit this guy. Okay, it's going to be sick. So check this out. This is what the execute looks like. Right, we're going to smoke, smoke, well, that, and then dissipate. That dissipate gives us just a little bit of time, so we don't have to worry about this player, because people love sitting over there. So we don't have to worry about that player. Our shower players are coming out at the exact same time. Let's run that back one more time for you guys here. So gravity well, once again, the outer ring. So boom, outer ring, we're good. We're good. Pretty much anywhere over here. You could place this a little better if you want to than I did. Boom. And then we'll just throw a deeper smoke this time, just so you guys can see kind of what it looks like. Okay. So, once again, smoke. Well, boom, bang. Like that. Just like that. Just like that. This dude is screwed. I mean, this dude is so screwed. I don't understand how anyone's going to be able to play this position against an Astra. You literally can't. So, that is what the A execute looks like. Alright guys, so B site is kind of insane here on Bind, because you can use dissipates to essentially wall off the entire site as you come in, which is an option. So I just quickly want to show that, just because I think that this is actually really fun. You could do something like this, and what you could do is you could pop your smokes like that, and then as you guys enter the site, smoke like that, and then you just fight like this, right? And you got people all over site. You're able to easily clear over there. You're maybe able, some people able to get on top of here without being seen. Just wanted to quickly show that, because I think I am going to try that in some of my games to see if we can do it. But nonetheless, here's the execute that I've been thinking. Once again, these smokes are just so common. This is what you want to be doing with all your smoke agents. Smoke CT, smoke elbow. Now, where do we want our gravity well? Well, personally, I'm gonna be kind of going half and half here. So I don't want people to be able to peek me from over here too easily. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm going to be stunning this area, just because people love sitting behind this box. And the problem is it leaves this area exposed, and this is where we're gonna have to worry about. But over here, I'm going to be using a pull, and I'm gonna try to pull these guys super out of position. So I want to make sure I get this corner and this corner, super important. So see our second line, boop, moving it a bit. Maybe move it over a little bit as well. This way, I got lost there for a second. This way, my player's coming over here. This dude is dead if he gets pulled into that. These guys got the easiest angle in the world. And then we've got a dissipate. So where do we want to use our dissipate? Personally, I'm going to be using it as we exit the hookah. So what I actually want to do is I'm going to be doubling up over here, which I know seems kind of weird. So I'm doing something like this. And let me show you how this works. We're going to be dissipating this one. We're going to be bombing that one, pulling over here, and we got our smoke. So smoke.
Obscuring vision.
All right, everybody's ready to go. 3, 2, and 1. Pull that, and then dissipate. Just like that. And the goal here is that the stun pushes this guy backwards, cutting off any angle he had of hookah. So as you come out, you're able to easily get on top of box here, look down, and shoot him. The guy over here should easily be killed by your players over coming from Octagon long. And just like that, you've got sight take one more time in case anyone missed it, because I know I went kind of fast here. Again, Astra is not going to be the one entering, but you know, just for the sake of the video, I'm obviously doing it. Here again, second ring. We want to pull these guys way out of position. You want to explode the hell out of this guy, and we want to make sure that these dudes can't see. Okay. Ready? Smoke. Smoke.
Vision.
All right, teammates are going in 3, 2, 1. We're gonna pull, explode him, dissipate, come out. No one there. Good. Boom. Up. Over. Dead. Just like that. Obviously, the one spot we're gonna really be worried about is over here. This pull should really destroy any chance they have, but it might not. They might get behind it like back there, so you're gonna worry about that. And then over here, obviously, guys sitting back here, nothing's gonna happen to him. That is where our dissipate comes in to block off his vision. All right, guys, moving into Icebox A site here. I've got a pretty nice execute. Let me show you what it looks like. So your options here for smokes are simple. You either smoke here or you smoke over here. Personally, I like this one. Regardless, it accomplishes the same thing. You're cutting off this part of the map, this rotate from mid. Then this is standard, smoking off rafters. You don't ever want people to be able to get on the rafters for free. You always want to have that sort of little bit of confusion, block vision, things like that. And then this is where it gets fun. This is a common spot. I'm going to pull this guy. I'm going to pull this guy. I'm going to pull him to about here. Reminder, don't get greedy with these stars. You have to pull this position. You don't ever want to leave a guy here, because if you pull this and you get greedy and you miss, the guy's going to stand here. Your team's going to walk by. They're going to get wiped out. Okay, got to be careful with that one. And then we've got our Nova Pulse. Where do you want to stun? Personally, you could double up. You could double if you want to. If you're feeling like there's 100% a guy here, I would probably double up. But for my purposes, I'm going to actually be placing it here. I want to just push back this enemy team as much as I can. I'm going to place it about, you know, about anywhere in here is good. You're going to hit this guy pretty much no matter what. And then finally, we have 1 star left. This star is going to go up here, and it's going to kind of create a little bit of a one-way. This is going to stop people coming around here and people up here on rafters. Just be careful, because somehow I activated this as a smoke when I meant to activate that. So just be careful with like your positioning. Make sure you know which one you're hitting. So we're going to be attacking. I'm going to smoke. We're ready to go. Our smokes are down. First, obviously, you want this guy. This angle is available. Then you go here. All right. And then finally, boom, a dissipate here. All right. And we're in sight. We have full sight control. No one was able to peek us unless someone's like hiding up here. And that is the execute. We're going to show that one more time, just a little bit quicker. Again, super weird to be doing this as the entry, just because Astra is not a duelist at all. Just like that quick. You get that done in probably about 5 seconds if you get good enough with it. And then again, I'm actually just going to be doing it from up here like this in Astra form, okay? So, smoke, yes. Smoke. All right, team is pushing in. First position, over here. Second position here. And then finally a dissipate. And this way they can get into sight. They don't have to worry. And boom, they're done. We're good to go. That is the A execute. All right, looking at B site, there is one thing I want to make note of. Because of the size of this smoke, you're going to have a really hard time smoking off snow without huge gaps, okay? So what I'm actually going to recommend is a smoke that connects to site to this wall like this. You're going to smoke out more like that. And it's going to look something like this, okay? This just secures the fact that you're not going to be able to get seen through there. Mess around with that and find like the perfect one for you, one that you can remember. But just a reminder, it is going to be harder with this smaller smoke. So let's talk about the execute. Obviously, like I was just talking about, we're going to be wanting to use this smoke right here. Just like that. And then where do we want our next smoke? Well, realistically, we're almost always going to place it here. This is because if we're doing this as a solo execute, we're kind of expecting not to have any walls, right? You have to block this off. The player here, the player here, and the player here, right? You have to block this. There's no really other alternative. So that's where our second smoke's going to go. The problem with this site is that players love to push this. They love to come up top. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do an execute that is just fully like committed to securing a plant. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go for a pull. And I'm going to be pulling right about there. Up top, I'm actually going to be blowing this up. I'm going to go like that. And then I'm going to go again, actually right next to it. This is going to be our Nova Pulse. And then right next to it is going to be a Dissipate. So watch, this is how it's going to look. All right, we're ready to execute in 3, 2, 1. Smoke. Boom. My player comes in. We're going to pull. I don't care if he gets pulled into this. This is a fine plant spot. As he's planting, I want to explode and then dissipate. Fully secure this plant. The only place someone can come if that's happening is right there or through that smoke, or they drop off. So again, I'm going to show that one more time. This is an execute that is just fully for this plant. Like I was telling you, got to be very careful with the star size here, or the smoke size, I mean. Second ring. Doesn't really matter where you go here. You can go like that if you want to. Kind of cool like that. And then finally, we're going to pull. So, the idea here is you smoke. Teammate makes his way up. As he comes up, you explode, pull, and then you dissipate as he's planting. Just in case someone's there, they get no vision, they get nothing. And that is how you're going to plant the spike. That's how you're going to execute onto B. Alright guys, let's execute a site here on Haven. Okay, so I think that the smokes are going to be straightforward. We're always smoking off Heaven. Everyone knows that. When smoking here, you either smoke like this, you smoke off this passageway, or you can smoke like this. For the sake of this video, I'm going to smoke like this. Next, we got pull positions. You're going to be wanting to pull here, or here, or maybe here if you're feeling crazy. I probably wouldn't pull behind the box on the left side though. I think the right side, more people will peek like that. And so this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm actually going to be exploding this corner. So I really want to explode it. So I'm going to be going something like that. Pulling here, I want to make sure I pull pretty deep. So I'm actually going to be pulling something like this. And then I'm going to be using a dissipate over here to kind of help myself get onto site and also just like peek the guy over here. So watch this. This is what we're looking at. I can use this dissipate to really shield myself as I check this corner if I want to. That is one option for me. Or I can use it to help myself get into sight and then peek this guy as the dissipate fades. So I got some options with that. But either way, what we're looking at, smoke.
Concealment.
This guy over here, we want to blow him up or pull. Doesn't matter which one, I'm going to blow this guy up. So boom, there's my cue. Check. Okay, nobody. In the meantime, I should have pulled this guy. So I'm going to pull over here. This is for my teammates who are pushing up long. And then I've got my dissipate. This can be a tough peek sometimes. So if you want, you can dissipate, run, and then clear like that. And that way you're way out wide. If a guy is playing here, he's got no chance of seeing you because you're already on site. You can just fight this guy after dissipate fades. So again, I'll show that faster. It is a little bit difficult to do this when you are an Astra. Obviously, kind of hard to aim and use your abilities at the same time. So obviously we want our teammates here to be supporting us. Just something quick place like that going to be exploding. So once again, smoke, explode, pull, check, dissipate, and kill the guy in the corner. Just like that. That's going to be our A execute. All right, the B execute here is kind of silly, but we're going to do it anyway. So B execute is going to look something like this. I am just going to fully cut off sight. Your options here are to smoke off A and C link if you want to. But then you always expose yourself to these angles, which are annoying, right? So what you could actually do is you can smoke like this and this. And then you can get, you can have some fun. You can blow up that corner, pull that corner, and call it a day. And this can be your execute. I don't really care too much about B executes because there's so many options. It's super simple. Smoke, pull, explode. Just like that. That's really all you're looking for. And you're obviously gonna be planting probably like this just for your post plant if you want to. Very straightforward. Nothing here. Too much to cover. Let's head on over to C. All right, guys. So we moved on to the C site here, the final site, final map, and here we go. Now, once again, walking through some of the options. You can explode. You can pull this corner if you want to. I am gonna be smoking like normal, most likely for the vast majority of my games. Really want to make sure here we're not leaving any angles, so I think that smoke should work perfectly. Now, logs is super annoying. I'm actually going to pull logs, I think, in my games, and I'm going to try to pull this spot as well. I'll be pulling like that. This guy will get pulled off of the logs. Super annoying. Then we have our Nova pull. So, like I said, you can blow up this corner. You can blow up this corner. Personally, though, I feel that this plat area is more annoying to me. So what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm going to blow up either top plat or back plat when I'm playing. For this, we're going to blow up top plat. Now we have one dissipate left, and I'm actually going to be using it right here just as a way to kind of, once again, allow us to get in a little bit easier. So what we're really looking at for this execute, we're looking at a smoke,
obscuring vision.
And then as we start moving up, I want to explode, dissipate, and then pull as my teammates get close to here, pull off like that, and they come in like this. And the timing here is going to be really important. Once again, this is all about timing. You might actually want to stay in Astro form while you do it as well, because, as you're pulling people, you really want to make sure that your team is in a position to actually see them. And on top of that, you want to make sure your dissipate is timed properly as well. So, once again, we're going to smoke. All right, my teammates are entering. We're going to clear logs. Good. Plat, dissipate. Just like that. And see how the dissipates here, they can kind of check up top plat, make sure it's clear, move around, and then clear like this. That's kind of what we're looking for. And we're going to have a nice job doing that inside of Astra form. Once again, it's just a little more difficult when you are, playing Astra and you're also the one entering. And I hope that doesn't happen to you guys in your games. But that is the execute. Very simple. We want to make sure logs is neutralized, make sure plat's neutralized. And then we're just going to worry about, the more common, close range positions. And that gives us a nice sight control. And guys, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully these executes are useful, since I know a lot of people are going to be playing Astra day one. Spend some time creating them. So if you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see next. If there's any other Astra videos you want to see, as I do plan on playing her a bunch. Maybe stop by the Twitch. Maybe I'll be streaming playing some Astra as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy, and peace.